I've been smoking too much weed lately, maybe I should quit it, but then what I'd smoke, what I toke at 9 a.m. when I'm with friends or all alone. Something in my lungs when I'm at home or when I'm on the road. This sounds like got me shot, not playing, this is the best part of too much weed lately, maybe I should quit it, but then what I'd smoke, what I toke at 9 a.m. when I'm with friends or all alone.
Ta-da! See, I'm a YouTuber now. When I pull out the camera, things just work. Or they go wrong spectacularly, and I get a good video out of it. Which one's this one going to be? Then you're going to... And here they are, the other two. Now, over here we have the parts car, over here we have the project car, and over there we have the car that let me down. But my word, what a journey it's been. Hello everybody! Hey, we are working on my favourite car, the JDM model CRV. Now what makes it a JDM model? These used to be a 4-stud car, but now I've done the conversion to 5-stud. The trailing arms, and as you can see, a little bit of movement in there, and that movement's pretty fucking scary. Trailing arm bolt, 17mm. Oh shit, that's tight. Oh, that's a little bit too tight for me. What I'm going to have to do is get the power bar. It's just a big fucking bit of steel, but so's a sledgehammer, and you can do a lot of fucking damage with a sledgehammer. I'm going to slip it on, and 3, 2, 1, just like that. Now we're hoping that the whole bolt isn't moving, because if the whole bolt's moving, then it's angle grinder time. And as per, I've got it stuck. There we go. As per Murphy's Law, it probably is going to spin. No, it's coming straight off. See, I'm a YouTuber now. When I pull out the camera, things just work. Or they go wrong spectacularly, and I get a good video out of it. Which one's this one going to be? Alright, so we've got that nut loose now. Now it's time for my favourite part, the Honda recovery tool. This is a ball joint splitter. This is the Honda recovery tool. So, you slip your ball joint splitter. You want to have the level end at the top, like so. Then you're going to get your Honda recovery tool, and you're going to and just like that, my Honda's been recovered. Ta-da! To get to the actual chassis mounts, the body mounts of these upper camber arms, is a bitch. For us Kiwis, I don't know about you USA guys or anything like that, but it's always blocked in by the battery down here. So now I can just get my hand in there, my hand tool, plenty of room. I've got an axle stand under the car so I can put my weight on it as much as I want. And half a torque, half a Newton meter too tight for my hand, you get what I mean. And if you don't, I'll just cut this part out. There's a very specific tensioning order. As you can see, I can just lift that out the way to get a bit more room as well. And same with this. Yeah, I've done a lot of work to make this car workable. I don't recommend you just take bolts out of your car and say it's workable, but I did. And my missus, who's the cameraman, is learning a lot of shit that I've done to this car. But I might not have told her. So, if you don't see initial B number 4, just know that I've been grounded. Half a Newton meter too tight for my fingers, half a Newton meter too loose for the tool. Now look at Honda, and she bangs. When I lowered my car, I didn't trim this UCA, the upper control arm, also known as camber arms, right? I didn't trim it at all, and it got wedged in to about here. It was in the car. You couldn't free it without removing this whole contraption. So when that happened, my car got broken into. They stole my spanners. They stole my car battery with my spanners, the fuckers. And of course, you come back to your car on the side of the road, you don't know what bolts are where. It's a bad time. So if you're slamming your Civic, if you're slamming your Honda on Civic shit, trim these up or put the fucking Honda recovery tool up inside the guard. Like that. Yeah? Maybe not this Honda recovery tool, this Honda recovery tool. Now I didn't do it on the other side, I don't know if I can here. I might be able to show them where it got stuck last time. Nah, can't. Our new one. So with our new one, we're hopefully going to find straight away that it doesn't have any knocking into it at all. How do you open bags? Stab it. Doesn't open? Stab it harder. I've got my clip safe. I've got my nut here. I'm going to line this up in there as best I can, because I haven't cleaned the car in fucking months. I'm going to put my nut underneath my spring, because it's quite windy here, and underneath the Honda recovery tool. And I'm going to start putting in the top bolts. And it might take a little bit of two-handed alignments between the upper control arm, camber arm, and the actual thread of the bolt. Getting it through the control arm is easy. Getting it to line up with this thread and not be cross-threaded can be tricky. I've got a history of snapping handlebars, snapping all sorts of shit that I really need at the last minute. When you buy a second-hand car, some people make it easier for you, some people make it harder for you. Whoever owned this did make it hard. As you can see, this fucking, I don't know if you can see this orange shit on camera, but that is weld splatter all. But yeah, all this metal in the glass is turning it orange. What it's done now is it's actually stained the glass. So eventually we'll go to Novus and get a replacement. But hey, we got Battle Cat. Little bastard. If it's not chickens, it's cats. If it's not cats, it's dogs.
5 minutes later.
And then of course you've got possums. Welcome to rural New Zealand. That is getting pretty tight. I've still got plenty of room to play Flappy Bird. Right, now I want to line this up as best as I can without breaking any of the rubber. And I'm going to just drop it in there, like so. Keep this very close by because you never know where you're going to leave it. And then we chuck that on like that. So I chuck the 17mm socket back on. I'm going to crank that up and you can see it's coming down quite easily already, right? When you do replace shit, even if you're going second hand, it is best practice to use a new circlip. I can't recommend it enough. We've been scrapyard hunters for like 2.5 years now. We've lived off scrap and scrap cars. But when it comes to like these little fucking annoying cheap things, they are so much better off being brand new because they're just going to go brittle or snap in your hand, or worst case, fucking stab your fingers to shit. Right? Any shaking? Negative. I can hear a little bit of movement from the inside. I'll pull it back a bit, get that little loop horizontal and nice and tight. Pull back on the long piece like that. I just get a socket on there and I just start pushing it in with the socket like so. And that way you're saving yourself a whole lot of stabbing and a whole lot of pain and swearing. Now you might be wondering how much I've pulled off this car, and it's quite a bit. Let me show you. That's right, it's a parts car. Play and behave, make sure you subscribe. You'll be seeing more of this vehicle a lot later on. This is going to be the rear wheel drive banger. It's not going to have a waff, it's not going to be legal, it's just going to have rear wheel drive and hopefully last longer than 15 minutes.